Welcome back, everyone, to the smartest year ever, our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalist. My name is Gordy, and I was just wondering, why can a measly little sound make your entire body miserable? I'm talking forks screeching on a plate, nails dragging down a chalkboard, the thing that makes your teeth clench and your skin crawl. Give me 5 minutes. I think you can work this into a conversation today. But first, like and subscribe if you haven't so you can keep up. I do this every single day. That sound, the screech of nails dragged down a chalkboard, has been called one of the most universally unpleasant sounds in the world. I remember in class back in the day, everyone squirming in their chairs when the teacher ham-fisted some chalk. And I don't think kids even have to worry about that anymore. But I don't think they have chalkboards. But obviously it isn't just chalkboards. A fork scraping a plate, maybe like cotton balls squeaking. You heard of that one? Styrofoam rubbing together. Those all kind of hit the same nerve. So what exactly is happening? Well, it starts with acoustic resonance. These sounds fall into a frequency band around 2,000 to 4,000 hertz. That range happens to be where the human ear is most sensitive. The shape of our ear canal naturally amplifies those mid to high pitches, funneling them to the eardrum with extra punchy flavor, let's say. Maybe I'll play a 4,000 hertz sound right now, but it lacks the scraping, which makes nails on the chalkboard so bad. But you're still not going to like this. You know, I actually am not going to. I was thinking about it. Just Google it. I don't want you to click out right now. Please don't. I'm almost done. There may also be an evolutionary angle, though. Primate alarm calls, including those of macaques, cluster in the same frequency range. Human screams do too. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. I don't scream that high. But the key isn't the fundamental pitch, which is like the bass note of your voice. It's the harmonics and the overtones that a scream produces. Harmonics are those extra layers of higher frequencies that ride on top of the main pitch. Your normal voice is carried by these low fundamentals, but the piercing edge of the scream lives in that 2 to 4 kilohertz band, exactly where the ear is most sensitive. I'm sure that's babies crying, things like that. Things we've evolved to pay attention to. Our auditory system may have been tuned to lock into those signals of distress and danger, which is useful when your fellow primates are warning you about predators, for example. Less useful, though, when your classmate is scratching the chalkboard for attention. In 2011, researchers at the Max Planck Institute in Leipzig, Germany, put this to the test. They recorded that god-awful sound and digitally altered it. When they cut out the highest and lowest frequencies, leaving only the mid-range, people still rated the sound as unbearable. But when participants weren't told what the sound was, they rated it as significantly less awful, which suggests part of the pain isn't in your ears, it's in your head. Like expectation and context amplify the revulsion. And the brain seems to back that up. Imaging studies show that these sounds light up not just the auditory cortex, but also the amygdala and the anterior cingulate cortex, regions associated with emotion, aversion, and pain perception. Thus, that skin-crawling reaction is your limbic system firing off a get the hell away now response, basically. Some accounts also point to the reticular activating system, the brainstem's filter for which sounds deserve our attention and which don't. And in theory, a screech in this range could poke that system and trigger a fight or flight response, but the clearest evidence still ties the effect to the amygdala and how we process mid-range frequencies. Looking at you, Wikipedia, not enough studies there for me to report that as fact. Not everyone is equally bothered by this, though. About 10 to 15% of people report that the sound really doesn't faze them. Let me know in the comments if you are one of these people. Psychopath. Individual differences in ear anatomy, pain sensitivity, and psychology probably explain why some shrug it off and while others physically recoil. One oddity, which is true for me, many people say imagining the sound can be worse than hearing it, or as bad at least as hearing it. And I can definitely feel it in my teeth just imagining. If I think of nail or fork and knife on a plate, like I can almost get myself feeling bad. So I'm not going to think about it. But like even if I wore like impenetrable earmuffs, I would still feel miserable doing the action of scratching a plate with a fork and a knife. I bet. That's my next video. And while it's not quite misophonia, which is a clinical condition where everyday sounds like chewing can provoke rage, and I definitely have this too. It's in the same family of selective sound aversion. Chalkboard screeches are like misophonia's annoying little cousin. Think of it like that. So there you have it. Why do nails on a chalkboard feel unbearable? It's part physics, part psychology, and part evolutionary baggage. Your ears amplify it, your brain interprets it as a threat, and your imagination just makes it worse. It's a perfect storm of sound designed to make you miserable. Go check out my sources, which can be found in the YouTube description. Leave a comment, rate, like, subscribe. I'd really appreciate all that. Go check out the short version I do of all of these, which can be found on all the social media platforms, at Smartest Year Ever. That's how you can find me. And in the meantime, stay curious and stay clever on our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalists. I will see you tomorrow in the Smartest Year Ever.